Guys, I hope you all are fine. Today I come up with a great practical for you, which is create a create a infra on AWS with the Terraform. So what is the Terraform? Before that, I just let you know about something about AWS. AWS is a very public, renowned, very public cloud. So in AWS, what happened? We normally log in on AWS and go on the EC2 and launch the EC2, whatever the steps we have to follow for the launching the EC2. So it's all the things are manual. Let's see, I'm going for the launching and selecting the AMI, and then after that selection, I will go for the T2 Micro. It's a free version. So then I have to decide the where, what is the subnet, what is the network, and how much instances I want to be launched. So all these things, and after that I have to attach the storage and next tag security groups. So all the things are manual. So I want one thing where I have to write my code, and that code will be pushed on my AWS, and after that my code will run on public cloud or AWS cloud, let's suppose, and all the things running these, let's see, I want to be launch a OS, so my OS will be launched here, EC2 launch here. So I want a one platform where I have to write the code. So Terraform is a very great tool where it will be work with the very multi cloud or uh, hybrid cloud session. So Terraform is a tool. So where I have to write my code simple. So it's a free tool. So you can download it here. So it's available on all version. So let's see, it's version all. So I am using Windows, so I am just downloading that one. So I have downloaded it as well. So then once you download it, then you can go for the exe file and double click on and install in your in your Windows server. So once you install so you have to set the path the for the Terraform command. So that's command will be run at everywhere. So that's the reason uh, uh, I have to uh, set the path. So the let's see, now come up on the providers. Terraform supports. So it's a provider is responsible for understanding API interaction, exposing the resources and all. Alibaba, AWS, these are the very renowned public clouds as well. So these are the list of simple. So let's go for the infra creation. So this is a tool where we write our code and push that code on the AWS, and AWS will launch automatically all the things for us with the help of Terraform code. So let's see the scenario of my deployment. So here is the we have to create a key. So you know that whenever we want to launch the EC2 instance, we need two things. The one is the key and another is the security group. So without these two things, you and one of the AMI. So AMI, or you can say Amazon Machine Image. So you can use your image as well. So I am using here in my infra scenario, I'm using the AMI image of Amazon. So and one port is 80. Actually, we have to build a EC2 instance and run web server on here. So after that instance will be launched, then key and security group we have to create it. Before the EC2 in launch, we have to create the key and security group. After that, we have to launch the EBS volume, and for EBS volume, we have to mount our new volume on the var www html. This is a web server path. Send, and then after we will go for the developer. Let's see, our developer have pushed the code on GitHub. So I will run a command to download my Git repository on my Linux machine. on my Linux machine and copy all the git repo code into my var www html. Once in our website we have some images and some code. So I want to be run my images from the to on my S3 bucket. So whatever my images, the images are very heavy, so we have to put the images on S3 bucket, and with the help of GitHub repo. So I will create the bucket and download the my images on GitHub from the GitHub into my bucket. And one of the main great option I am come up here with the CloudFront. So it's a CDN one. You can content delivery network like. So whenever you come from my website, or whatever be your location, with the content will be served by with your nearby CDN server. So I will connect my S3 buckets and my images to CloudFront. So whenever the person come, the person will see my images from the CloudFront. It will never come up on my EC2 instance. Let's suppose if my EC2 instance is running on let's suppose you are coming from the Australia, and my EC2 is running on Pakistan or India or Singapore. So my code will be come from the EC2, but my image will be served from the CloudFront, or which is the CloudFront in AWS. CloudFront is a service where deploy in every region, and so my nearest your CloudFront will be Australia. So my image will be a serve you from the CloudFront of Australia. So let's see, come up with the code. So here I am writing my code. So let's tell you a little bit about it. So first of all, we have to tell the Terraform what is my provider, so where I am going to be launch my code. So this is the syntax of the Terraform to connecting your Terraform to AWS. So I am provider. My provider is AWS, and where the region where you want to be launch your things. So I am going to be AP South one. It's the nearest one. And my profile, the profile you have created, it's a IAM identity access management user. You have to create your AWS account first and setting up on your this CMD machine. So let me show you about my list of profile. So here is the command of AWS to list the IAM user. So sorry, profiles. So this is the two profiles are created here. One is the default one and one is the Fayaz Linux. So I am going with the Fayaz Linux. In Fayaz Linux, I have set my passwords, my access key, my identity key, so whatever you can see to go inside the AWS. So this is the provider. After that, we will go for the creating the security group, where we have put the name of the security group. I have ingressing rule to allow the SSH port for all CIDR, and another one we have I have created for the port 80 and for all, and my tag with the name of my group, security group. So here I have completed my security group. After that, I will go with the key, and the key is the SSH key. Oh, sorry, key is like generation key, where we have to connect our AWS server. So I have defined in a variable here for the key with the TF, and resource my key, generating the key pair here, and this is the from the local, and the file will be downloaded on and with the permission of this, and then it's creating the AWS key pair. These are all the syntax. You can see these syntax or keywords from the Terraform. So let me AWS EC2 launch code with the Terraform. Let's see. Yes, you just click on this, so you can see all the syntax here. Examples are there. These are resources. These are the resources AWS instances provide, and EC2 resources. This is allows the instance of creating, updating, or deleting the your EC2. So here the same. The provider is same. So I am just copying over there, and you can see my code. Let me show you. So here is the put the resources of image and and so many things. Okay, so the instance type, T2 micro we have, I have shown you on when I just started this video. So this is the private key buildup. Then go for the launching the EC2. So my resource is AWS instance, and the name of the instance is web. So it will be called whenever you something call from the AWS instance, so you just write the name of the this thing. So AMI, the image name, I am just copying this image from the AWS. So because I don't have any image right now, then we will go for the instance type. T2 micro key I have already created. I just call that key here. Then security group, I just call the security group, and my tag name of my OS. So after that, I will go for the connection. My EC2 have been created till here. So after that, I am just going inside the EC2. So this is the code to connect your EC2. So this is a code, the resource, null resource is a resource to write the things. So the connection, the SSH username, EC2 user, you know that about the AWS, the default user is EC2. Then your key file attached to, then host, automatically host come up here. So AWS instance, my name of that instance is web, and the public IP. Automatically the host is equal to come up with the public IP. Then provisioner, the remote execution, the inline, the multiple commands I run over my EC2 instance. Here I have yum install the HTTPD, PHP, Git, and whatever you run the command, you can run it. So this is the thing. Now we come up with the AWS EBS creation of EBS volume for the permanent or attach my var www HTML. So whenever my EC2 destroy my data never loss. I don't want to be lost my data. So I want to be attach another hard drive, another key pen drive, you can say, or another new hard drive where I have to attach my web server code. So this is the code for the creation of EBS volume. So resource volume name is my volume. Availability zone, the availability zone will be come up same as it is where my instance is launched. Okay, so the name of my EBS volume. So after that, I have created. Now I have to attach that volume. Okay, so this is the code for the attachment. Device name, I have just created dev as DDD. Then volume ID, instance ID, where I have to attach the forced detach whenever you destroy or again attach, and depends upon my volume and web. So these things are depends upon my volume and instance web. So I have attached it here. Again, I have to go my EC2 instance and run this command. This command, this command. So first command is mkfs to format my drive. Then I have to mount this drive on the this drive var www HTML. Then I have to remove all the code, and then I have to run this git clone, and I have created this link. So where is the link? I have to show you. I have this. I believe yes. This is my Git repo link. So you can see the my image is in index.html. So let's come up here again. So now my image, my code is downloading on HTML. Now let's see, create the bucket. Simple. The bucket name should be unique, otherwise it will not be work. After that I will run execute local execution and download again my all the things on my this folder. Okay, then I have to remove it whenever for the come up with the destroy. It's another thing. So now my code have been downloaded on my uh, uh, on my Git, on my S3 bucket. So this is the S3 bucket for the code of to download this one. It's a uploading the image. It's a code of uploading. So the resource S3 object. Now I want to be upload my object. My resource depends upon my bucket. Okay, once my bucket is there, so it will be done. So what is the key? What is the file you need to be upload on bucket? So I want to be upload the file of this image on from the my server image and Fayaz. So the previous code, this one, this one, this code is download my all the code, my all the files on the server image locally. Locally means your Windows system where you have currently working. So it will download from there. And once you download, you have to upload the image on object on the S3 bucket. So I am uploading here that the content type is image and ACL is the publicly readable for the access. So it's a local one. Again, the calling of my bucket. So here I have come up with the CloudFront creation. So you have to put this code on your for the CloudFront to origin access identity on CloudFront. You have to first create the identity and CloudFront access identity and the origin of identity. So I will let you know about this. And then AWS Cloud Formation. This is all code. These all codes are available on this for Cloud Formation. This is the ABS. Oh, sorry. You can search it on Google. You can come up with the this code. So it's not a big deal. So we have to create the origin, my origin with the bucket name or regional with the domain. So and then copy my origin ID from the S3 bucket, and then S3 origin config means origin access identity come up here from this cloud origin exits. We use this resource. So it's calling this thing here. Okay, so after that I have enable the IPv6 and some comments on my KK axis, let's suppose. Then I have created a default cache behavior. The cache behavior is like that anything you can cache. So it's all about this thing. So this is my first preferences, and then go for the second one, and these are the caches. So in last I have to make one more and view certificate the HTTPS S. So it should be and I have viewer protocol policy. It's a very a viewer protocol policy, right, is redirected to HTTPS. So once the once you are coming from the any origin with the HTTP, and you add or you have write my domain name with the HTTP, so my CloudFront will redirect it automatically to you on HTTPS, which is secure one. So this is the viewer protocol policy. Okay, so let's restriction. You can see here after restriction, geo restrictions are available on CloudFront. So I will show you once its code will be run. So I have just put it here none. So tag environment is production. So simple. Then I have run this code for the checking my image is come from the AWS CloudFront or not. So I am just integrated it. Simple. Just come on my EC2 instance with the help of SSH. Then I will go with the remote command, which is sudo su. I just switch my user and then echo. Then I have paste this thing on my HTML. You can see the var www HTML. Here is the pipeline of the or redirection sign. Okay, so content to be copy on AWS. So from where we have come, where is coming? This is the AWS CloudFront distribution. Where is it is? I am calling this distribution. So where I am calling, just let you know. This is the resource. From this I am calling my resource. Then uh, after I am just clicking the name of my this KK Linux or dot domain name. So domain name will be come up from the CloudFront. Okay. So KK Linux, what is this? This is the my uh, my resource name. So I am calling this AWS with the help of name of KK Linux and go with in my domain. Okay, let me show you again. uh, Domain name and then go my AWS bucket object, where my object is name is calling the object key. So I am just calling that one. So whatever we have uploaded, that is come up with this one. So I uploaded object which is my image, where you can confirm it from here. You can come up with the here. Just this is the one. Yeah? Uploading the image. I just told you. Then this is my image. This is my local machine server image. You can copy my image from this from this to uh, from this to my so my image copy from the server image. So this is the last part of to checking the my S3 bucket is successfully or my CloudFront is successfully integrated with my S3 bucket or not. So this is the all the things in the with the height of that image is should be 303 and copy in my index.html. So after last one, it will be run the command of AWS. So this thing we let's see for using. Now I have created my code. Now for that I am going to be just check my code on Terraform. So for Terraform you have to write the Terraform uh, Terraform validate just for the checking my code is validate or successfully is there any error or not. So there is no error right now, and I am just showing to you one more thing. There is no EC2 launch here. You can see the 01 and 2 key pairs is there and 2 security group. So let's see my code is for launching your code on AWS. You just Terraform and apply. Your all code, your all infra will be deployed automatically with the help of Terraform. So you have to validate it with the yes command. And now you can see there the TLS peer is creating and deploying security group, CloudFront, whatever we have written on our code, it's now appearing over there. So my code is written there. You can see that my security group is creation completed and CloudFront. You let me show you. Now my EBS instance is EBM volume is attaching, connecting the SSH automatically connect from my user. It's connected. It's now connected. Now the all packages is downloaded. Installing the HTTP. Now services is started, and then now creating one more resource after this. Now my EBS volume is attaching. You know, we have created the EBS, and now it's creating my creating the EBS. Then it will be attach over there, and then go for the SSH, and now creating my bucket. Resource pool connected again. Now my cloning, the clone downloaded on the image, server image. Now S3 bucket is still creating. So now my is downloading the git clone on my local machine. You can see this come up here, my image server. So, you know, my three things is now downloading on my local machine. This is the server image name. So it's now objecting, uploading my image. You can see the cloud formation is creating now, and id fayaz.jpg is creating over there. Let's see. Once is completed, we will see it will take time because the CloudFront distribution is a little bit take time on to creating the distribution. So once it's created, it's created, so let's check with this thing. So you can see now I have just refreshed my, now my one instances have been created, my volumes 2, key pairs 3, security group 3. So let's check. I'm just showing you my instance is launching in AP South region. Okay, my IP is come up here. Okay, then let's check the key pairs. So there is the security group. Let's see. So my security group Fayaz SC group is come up here automatically. I didn't go on creating these things manually. So key pairs, let's see, check. Meanwhile my CloudFront is, so my key pair is name is key with TF. Okay, so it's all automatically downloaded as well uh, in my local machine. You can see here, this is the key come up here automatically. So now CloudFront is still going on. So let's check the behavior of CloudFront machine. So let's see S3 bucket come up on S3. So now S3 bucket have been created with the name of KK Fayaz, and uh, you can see the Fayaz image .jpg come up here as well, automatically uploaded from my local system to S3 bucket with the help of Terraform code. So let's go with the services of CloudFront. It's created or not. So just come up on the network delivery content and CloudFront. So it's creating. You can see the KK axis. I have written there my origin, my domain name, where we have called domain name. You can, you know, the domain name. This one, this thing is you can resemblance, or you can check from this. You know, the CloudFront is now it's still in progress. So let's wait when it's activated. So we will check it for go. For meanwhile, we have to check again. So I hope it will be created soon. Let's check it's working or not. I think it's connecting again, and my Chrome browser is running. So it should be, I hope, running. If not running, so we will check it code. So let's check the CloudFront is deployed status and enabled. So let's check my IP of my EC2 instance, where I have completed my deployed my services. So come up on the EC2 instance. So just click on. So I am just copying the public IP, so it can be visible, accessible for all of us. So now my, you know, I just entered my IP, my picture have been come up, and this is my first. This is I have coding my on my HTML, and this picture is come up with the from the CloudFront, not from my var www HTML. How can we assure it? So you can just go and inspect it. You can see this is the CloudFront. You know this is the name, and then .cloudfront.net, and then Fayaz. We have uploaded on my S3 bucket. So my CloudFront is integrated with my S3 bucket successfully, and page is or image is come from the S3 bucket or CloudFront images. So I hope you all are know about the very uh, about the Terraform tool. It's a very great tool. I have to suggest you please learn about this thing. It will be you can run this code same this code for your any other public cloud for the on the with this tool. So you can just check the keys from here. You can just go on the from the provider link, and then write the code from according to your public cloud. So I just choose the AWS, so you can go for the AWS Azure on another one. So my image have been deployed successfully and come up on from the cloud front. So you have to now my services have been deployed uh, on AWS successfully. It's running on. It's still I don't know. Let's thank you. After that, you can destroy it very easily with the help of Terraform command. So the Terraform command to destroy it, simple Terraform destroy. You can run it here from. I am using this code, so you can write this code on Notepad as well and run from here. So I hope you all are guys understand well from this video. If you have any confusion, any questions, so you can feel free to ask me. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thanks a lot.